Welcome to Feed Dump. It's the summer, and we are Summer Jams. I am a summer jam from 2 years ago, Gangnam Style. Remember when it was inescapable? Faintly audible from literally every point on Earth? Yes, it's never gonna go away, is it? Oh wait, it did. Joining me this week is Fancy by Iggy Azalea.
I'm so fancy, and I also remember the 90s from the first time around.
And Do Your Maker by Led Zeppelin.
I've been discovered concurrently with pot by 14-year-olds for the last 45 years.
And you're gonna have to delete us all off your iTunes before you bring anyone new over. Yes, summer, when young rapscallions get up to all sorts of shenanigans, like 3 teenagers from Seattle, Washington who attempted to steal a car in broad daylight from a 70-year-old, only to be thwarted by a manual transmission.
See, kids, this is why you should learn to drive a manual transmission. If you don't, who knows, you might not be able to DD, steal a car, drive a tank, all sorts of things. It's a useful life skill.
Wait, tanks are manual?
There's no fucking way you climb into a tank, put your foot down on the gas, and it just goes.
Hold my beer.
You know what the real problem here is that all those children's caper movies have been misleading these kids, right? Because you always see like the one kid driving, the other kid like working the brake and the gas and the clutch so they can like take off in the car and like peel out and look cool. And what does this even mean? Nickelodeon, it's just a throne of lies they've built.
Although I suppose I'm perfectly happy with the idea that 14-year-old children are going to grow up believing that manual transmissions are crew-operated.
I still like the mental image of 3 teenagers in the front seat of this car trying to all operate it at once.
If it was a Buick, I'm sure they'd have room.
The now former mayor of San Marino, California, has resigned. Following what?
An ill-fated bid to oust Rob Ford as world's worst mayor.
Did he fly too close to the fat man?
It turns out his charity, We Wish You a Methly Christmas, was not as good intentioned as it seemed.
A supercritical amount of hookers?
He got that Theodore Roosevelt quote a little confused, and instead of trying to put a chicken in every pot, he just tried to put pot in every chicken, and the SPCA got involved.
And you get a bribe, and you get a bribe, and you get a bribe, but not you. Because you're Jewish.
He revealed a kinder, gentler side of himself to the public. And by kinder, gentler side, I mean his penis. And by the public, I mean his secretary.
Well, you certainly hit on all the classic mayoral resignation points there, but no. This gentleman was videotaped flinging a bag of dog shit onto his neighbor's lawn.
That's it?
That's it.
That sucks.
He got canned over a shit flip?
And cited for littering.
I'm trying to make this interesting by imagining that maybe it wasn't his dog and he had to go and find someone else's, but this is just getting more boring and sad by the second.
Nothing says pathos like your local mayor digging through the trash at the off-leash dog park so he can shit-bomb his neighbors. Truly, a tear runs down my cheek.
I'm glad he's gone.
A federal judge has ruled that no, the officials of the village of Ruidoso, New Mexico, may not ban people from saying negative things at town council meetings.
Goddamn activist judges coming into our state and telling us we can't tell people what to think and say? Who do they think they are, the thought police?
Otherwise, people would have had to subvert town council meetings with, I'm positive that this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You know what? I bet on a town council where they've tried to ban negative feedback, they've probably said way stupider things.
Under the village's now disallowed rules, a speaker could praise personnel, staff, or the village council, or make a neutral comment, but couldn't voice criticism.
Ah, come on. Nobody goes to a town council meeting, which we all know is one of the dullest things you can do while being alive, just to say, hey, I just think you're doing a fucking bang-up job, guys. Keep up the good work.
I, for one, endorse this move towards small government by removing accountability from the city council's repertoire.
Fun fact, this is the second time a federal judge has had to weigh in on the goings-on of a New Mexico town council this year. Back in March, the Albuquerque School Board tried to ban Mr. Ched McQuigg from meetings because he would have loud outbursts, hover over administrators, making them uncomfortable, and one time donned an elephant mask, which, quote, made them feel unsafe. They were not allowed to ban him.
Wow, Albuquerque Board of Education meetings sound like the place to be seen this summer. We even have costumes here. I'll be right back.
Well, if we're going to start trolling Albuquerque school board meetings, we had better get rolling. So until next time, remember, there may be better sources for news, but they don't have this hat, which is apparently a Greg Norman hat because of his iconic logo, the neon shark, which I guess is actually pretty iconic now that I think about it. I can't imagine anybody else having a neon shark logo because why would you? But here it is, embroidered on a hat. Well, if we're gonna start trolling some Albuquerque school, well, if we're gonna start trolling the Albuquerque school board, we could be. I'm done. That was a good take. We can print it. Let's leave.
Or it would if you didn't have a heart made entirely of stone.
Hey now, I upgraded to marble this year. It's very nice.